Okay, this is for all of you to complete the reading comprehension objectives for today. Our objective for today is for you guys to be able to answer reading comprehension questions about a text using stage 10 vocabulary and stage 10 grammar. The only difficulty or the only difference you guys are going to see with this reading comprehension as opposed to other reading comprehension that you have done in the past is that you're not only going to be required to find each character and know and tell what each character said or did, but you're also going to have to answer questions about where the story takes place and understanding the end of the story and why that end of the story happened the way it did. So you need to have studied your key vocab words and your new vocab because that will be on your test for today. So let us practice this. What you're going to want to do for each one of these paragraphs that you are given is for each character you're going to need to list out what they said or what they did. Now, one unacceptable answer that I've been seeing on many of your tests is, for example, Quintus is the son. That's not something that he said or something that he did. You want to actually list something that he said or that he did. You want to also list where the story takes place, so looking for those key words inside of the paragraph, such as in Roma or ludum, where you can tell the story is taking place. Understanding how the story ends, so reading the last line of the story or the last quote of the story and understanding why exactly that line is there or why it occurs like that. So what I want you to do is right now pause the video and I want you, together with a partner, work on each character listing out what they said or what each character did. From that, you should be listing names. You should be looking for those names in the nominative case, because when you find those names in the nominative case, you'll be able to see exactly what they did. For example, Quintus, what did he do? He amavit. He amavit what? Incipere, which is the infinitive form of the verb. He amavit incipere. What does that mean? He loved to start. What did he love to start? Ludum, school. So Quintus loved to start school. That would be a character and something that he or she said or did. So now that each of you have practiced as you did, if you have not, please pause, do not look at the slide, and practice going over and answering these questions with a partner. Now that you have worked together with a partner and gone through this paragraph, found each one of the characters, check all of your answers. So for example, Quintus, he loved to start school. The teachers, they had prizes or rewards for the students, and he gave Quintus a book. Students said they should read. Discipuli debent legere, or they ought to read. Where does the story take place? Again, you're looking for place words such as Rome or school. Again, once you get your assessment, you're going to be seeing words like Rome and school. How does the story end? Again, you're going to be looking at the last sentence or the last quote. Right here we have this last sentence. Magister quinto librum dedit et erat Felix. So Quintus was happy because he got a book, right? The teacher gave the book to Quintus. And why did the story end like that? Basically, all you have to do is ask yourself, why was Quintus happy and why did he get a book? Well, he was happy because he got the book. And he got the book evidently because he loves school. So that would be one answer that you could put, that Quintus loves school. Another would be that students should read. That's why he got the book. Any of those answers that can be supported by the textual evidence, either Quintus loved to begin school or students they ought to read. Either of those answers would be just fine. So what I want you to do now is work together with a partner, going over this particular paragraph, and I want you to do the exact same thing. What you're going to be doing on your assessment is you will have to list each character and name one thing what that character said or did. You will then have to tell me where the story takes place, how the story ends, and why the story ends like that. If you can do those 4 things, you will do extremely well on this test. Make sure, as instructed, that you go over all of your vocab, because you will not be able to use your vocab on this particular assessment. Because you won't be able to use your vocab, you need to have studied it as directed over the course of the weekend, and you will have about 10 to 15 minutes to complete this assessment. Once you are done practicing together with a partner, again, as always per expectation, you need to be in your seats. You need to speak only so that those sitting next to you can hear you. And you need to be 100% on task 100% of the time, working towards performing this exact analysis. So telling what each character and one thing that each of those characters said or did, where the story took place, how the story ends, and why the story ended like that. These are the 4 questions that I will ask you on your assessment. You need to, for right now, work to perform that analysis on this particular paragraph. You may begin.